part. Second part starts with Tilly Smith. Now, Tilly Smith is the only story here, part 2. She was a very small girl, a British school girl actually, living her actual place where the parents lived were in the southeast England. Here it is written the second line, you must be seeing. And actually, she though she has won a number of awards, you see in this part here it is written, her parents have not allowed her daughter to be interviewed on the television. Now here you see Thailand story. It is actually the parents came in the Phuket beach, 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves, obviously the date remains the same. Tsunami waves were already on their wave. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake off northern Sumatra earlier that morning, and the water swelled and kept coming in. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old. The details you need to understand. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old girl. Her sister was 7-year-old. Her parents were Penny Smith, mother, and Colin Smith, father. So here, coming back to the story, it was 26th of December. So here Penny Smith remembers that the beach was getting smaller and smaller and didn't know what was happening. Now here, but Tilly Smith sensed something was wrong. Now Tilly Smith was the one we are talking about. She must have read something in the geography lesson that generally during the tsunami time the water recedes back. It goes back, fine, and the beaches become wider and wider and wider. And what happens is that if the beach is like this, say for example, I'll show you. Generally the beaches are like this. Here is the beach. Here is the beach, fine, and here must be the water. The water will recede back. So finally, now the water will go here. It was the line, the dotted line which I am drawing. Okay, it was here. The beach was like this first. Now it extends up till here, becoming this much bigger. So that becomes the beach now. So what happens, the idea is behind this is that it is a indication of tsunami. Now her mind kept going back to a geography lesson, means 2 weeks ago must have been taken. Okay, that geography lesson teacher must have taught. Okay, as you are getting taught. So Tilly saw the sea slowly rising and start to foam and bubble and form whirlpools. Now these are all indications, mind you, these are all indications what she is talking about of tsunami. You should also remember. Now there was, I have already highlighted Hawaiian Islands. One of the greatest tsunami took place in Hawaiian Islands in 1946, and her geography teacher shown the video of that one. That must be video been shown to her and caused and told that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes, landslides, anything. Right? So that is what the thing has been shown. So Tilly started to scream and warn the parents and the family as well as the people. She talked about an earthquake under the sea, got more hysterical. You will see that hysterical whenever person starts to shout and scream. Okay, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something must have gone wrong. So Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. The hotel, generally hotel must be also the first floor. So they went to which floor? They went to the topmost floor. Okay, a number of tourists also left the beach. Then it was as if entire sea had come out after them. I was screaming, "Run!" The family took refuge on the third floor that I told you. In the third floor must be the top one. The building stood the surge. Surge means generally what happened is that force with which the tsunami wave comes breaks everything, but the hotel did not break. So it stayed there at its own place, so they were saved. So if they had stayed on the beach, they would have been not been alive. Actually, the Smiths later met other tourists who had lost entire families. Thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, they had been forewarned. Forewarned, actually, forewarned means here is warned before. Okay. Tilly then went back to her school in England and told her classmates how terrifying the tale was. So, the terrifying tale of the tsunami. She saved her family but also saved the other people who could have been in danger, and many more people were saved. So, that is the story of part 2, Tilly Smith. In part 3, we are talking about the animals, how they react. They have got a sixth sense. We have got five senses, we have like sight and ears. You use your ears, your senses, okay, your taste and all these things. These five senses are there with you, as you very well know. But the sixth sense is a kind of an inkling, or you can say a kind of a means what you call a danger, a vision. They get a kind of a sense that some kind of danger is there around them. Okay, all the animals have it. Some have more, some have less. So that is what the comparative is, but it is obviously more than that. We don't have that kind of sixth sense. They have developed that sense, and that is God gifted. So anyway, we start the story with India and Sri Lanka's one. The coastline of India and Sri Lanka, I have already marked it with red, highlighted with red. Check it. Wild and domestic seemed to know what was about to happen. They fled to safety. According to witness accounts, elephants screamed and ran for higher grounds, and dogs refused to go outdoors. Flamingos are birds, mind you. Flamingos are birds, which are highlighted here. So abundant means left. Here I'll mark one word. This word abundant means left. They are low-lying breeding. What is low-lying? Low-lying generally is filled up with water, so they went to the highlands. And zoo animals rushed to their shelters and could not be enticed. Enticed means called or asked to come out for anything. Many people believe that the animals possess a kind of a sixth sense, which I just now have written down here in the side, right hand side. You can check this one. Finds a sixth sense. Now, sixth sense, as you know, when Earth is going to shake, that they understood. Some experts believe that animals are more accurate hearing they have. You see, we cannot be sure whether animals have a sixth sense or not, but you see, the statistics will tell. Statistics means the number of people dying and the number of animals being reported dead. First, you will see 150,000 people in a dozen countries, okay, killed by what? By that tsunami. 26 December 2004 tsunami. But not many animals were reported dead. That's a very strange thing. That is the reason why the one who has reported about this must have told. Along India's Cuddalore coast, okay, same coast area. Cuddalore is a place I have already underlined, where thousands people perished. Buffaloes, goats and dogs were found unharmed. How is it possible? Because of this sixth sense. Next comes the Yala National Park. It's one of the national parks in Sri Lanka. Is home to variety of animals, including elephants, leopards, and 130 species of birds. Now, 60 visitors who had visited that national park were washed away from the Patanangala beach. Okay, inside the park. There is a beach inside the park, obviously. So from there they were washed away. But next we come to the information, no animal carcasses. Now what are carcasses? Carcasses are dead bodies. Dead bodies floating on water, Generally, they, whenever you are swept away by water, you drown and your dead body float on water. Okay, so that is what the thing is. So no animal carcasses were found except for 2 water buffaloes. Okay, 2 water buffaloes must have been swept away just 1 hour before. Okay, 1 hour before they started running away. From that, 3 elephants running away from the Patanangala breach. Now, why they were? Because they must have understood the vibrations. Okay, a Sri Lankan gentleman. Now, another story here. Okay, another story. A Sri Lankan gentleman who lives on the coast near the Gale. Gale is another in Sri Lanka only. Said his 2 dogs, mind you, informations. 2 dogs would not go for their daily run. Generally, you go for a dog with the dog. You go out at the evening walk, morning walk, whatever. Okay, so daily run on the beach. They did not budge from their place. Budging is one word you can add to your dictionary. Budge means move. Okay, for their daily run on the beach, they are usually excited to go on this outing. Who says? The gentleman says. He said. But on that day they refused to go and most probably saved his life also. Now, who is it? His life? Now, his life means the gentleman's life. Here we are talking about this gentleman. Fine. So his life was also saved. Obviously, the dogs were also saved. So these are the stories. Yes. This part is one. Okay, next you go down a dozen of countries. This is another second information. This part is another second information with you. This is the third information with you. Yala National Park. Okay, and next one, last which you have is the dogs one. Okay, dogs one you have. The last one, fourth one. So I have tried to underline and make you understand this part 3 of this one. So part 1, we dealt with 4 cases of Ignatius, Sanjeev, Meghna, Almaz Javed. Part 2, we dealt with Tilly Smith, and part 3 we just now finished with that of the animal's behavior. So I think you must have understood this one. And I'll be giving you ready notes, and from that notes you go through the meanings, summary, and the information which I'll try to give, extra questions and all. So prepare for this lesson well. Thank you very much, and go through the video also. You will like it, sure. Pomixer signing off.